Welcome back, folks. I'm ready for the world. I missed my jump. Look at that. I was like, I moved off to the side. I went and I rested at the inn. Figured since I'm taking so long to get through this goddamn prologue, why waste any more of you guys' time? We're having a good time. We're playing games. That last fight was a little boring. Just because we had to get through it. Dude was a dick, though. He's like, you know, it's okay to run. Pussy! Let's see if this guy is selling stuff. This guy sells... Oh, yeah. I think it might be she. My name is Dazzle. I collect star pieces. We'll call her a lady. We'll get attack at affects Y. And that's all we can afford. What? You changed your mind? So lame. We'll sort by types, because that's the way to do it. And let's go. I can see there are save points like everywhere. Very liberal with it. I feel like there weren't as many in the first Paper Mario, and that's why there are save points everywhere. So the reason I went and I healed up is because there is a boss here. Bloop, bloop. Translation. Ouch, that hurt. This is how bloopers talk with class. That voice is actually the voice to a character me and my friend made up. His name is Edwin Moneybags. Bloop, 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 bloop. Who just up and whacked someone tootsies like that? Bloop, 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 bloop. Somebody with some serious moxie, that's who. Bloop, 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 bloop. When you look at that, it's some saucy mustache guy. Bloopity, bloop, bloop. He's in for a world of hurt. Bloop, 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 bloop. I'll give him a taste of the old tentacle trample. Hey Mario, you remember what Professor Frankly told us, right? You can press Y to change your attack order. For HP drops, you can press Y and put me in front. Can't flee from this fight. Or can't flee this fight. Attack. Blooper. Talent. I could have used my special ability on the last fight. It's a blooper. A really super humongous one, too. Ew, it's all slimy. I just totally can't stand slimy, nasty, icky things. Gross. Gross. Max HP is 12, attack is 1, defense is 0. It attacks with tentacles and ink. I'll show you some ink attacks. Once you damage both its tentacles, it'll fall... scratching. It'll fall down, and it's attack time. By the way, the tentacles each have 3 HP. Now relax and house on that slimy, nasty blooper. House on that. Wait, who the fuck uses this? Hey, mustache. Bloop, 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 bloop. Bloop. You're thinking it tastes good, aren't you? Admit it. Bloop, oop. Oop, bloop, bloop. Yeah, you want to snack on these tentacles, don't you? Ew, I'd rather bloop. Gutless punk. I love it. He's so doofy. That voice is for a character named Edwin Moneybags. Who me and my friend Damien pretend is like the richest person. So he'll be like, "Oh, look at these peasants with their Starbucks coffee. I own Starbucks, actually. If you were on my level, you'd understand how much I own you." So like that would be like an Edwin dialogue. He'd just talk about how much he owns you. I love Edwin. He's like maybe my favorite character we've made up. So like there are instances like this, right, where I could totally power smash him and kill him in one hit. But since I have 2 moves this turn, instead of just 1, oh, and then you get the roulette, which I missed. So if you win the roulette, a bunch of people will fill into your crowd, and then you'll have a lot of people watching. If you get the Shine Sprite roulette, which is the best one, you get Full health, full FP, full star power, and full audience. You don't get a full audience necessarily with everyone, I believe. Yeah, there you go. See, that was a simple fight. I didn't even take damage. So you see what I'm saying? Like, you don't take a lot of damage in this game. Chapter 1. Yay, Chapter 1. Castle and Dragon. So you kind of get the curtain call. It spreads and then kind of zooms in. Petal Meadows. So begins our adventure, finally. So if you never watch Alex Plays Zelda and you're not familiar, my Friday episodes, which are every 5th episode, because I release these Monday through Friday, I notoriously let them run like a little extra long, just for fun, because there's not going to be another episode for two days. So there you go. Well, here we are at the Petal Meadows, where folks say a crystal star hides. Woohoo! Here we go, Mario. The start of our adventure. This is completely awesome. I love the music in this game. I have like my TV turned down low, so I don't have to wear headphones while I record this. I mean, my mic is pretty sensitive, but also the volume on this is turned up, so it would probably pick up. What the fuck is that? What the fuck? Mario's like, holy shit! Whoa, what was that? Oh, is that, wow, Mario, look. Damn. It's a dragon made of paper. Like that goes into like the little keep. Totally incredible. I've never seen anything that humongous before. It looked kind of scary too. Weird. Professor frankly said this place was peaceful. Wow, crazy. You're just starting already. There's intrigue. Come on, Mario, let's go. Like, look at the intrigue. So much good vocabulary in this. Got a mushroom. I also like this little effect where the plants come up when you jump. It's cute. It's cool. So yeah, this is Petal Meadows. Very similar to the first area of Paper Mario, the original. Not the prologue area. I mean, the prologue for this was just Rogueport and the sewers, which I really like because, like, so the Paper Mario, the first one was formatted, I guess, or like set up a little differently. You know, you're in like the Mushroom Kingdom, like town, like the town. Like, I don't know what they called it, but it's the town that's like attached to Princess Peach's castle, right? Like the primary town. And so like getting to everywhere was like offshoot of that town. There were sewers in the town that you could gradually explore more and more of as the game went on, and you actually like found some stuff in the game in the sewers that I don't know how I didn't get the Paragumas before. So you could, as like the game went on, you could progress deeper and deeper in the sewers, and you actually fought. That's where you fought Blooper. You fight Blooper several times over in the sewers, and you have to explore the sewers because you get the level 3 boots. They're like, you'll see in this game. They're like, so you get a new set of boots, a new set of hammers, or a new set of hammer. So you get 2 new pairs of boots and 2 new hammers. So like, the end. Oh, good. I like that on that. Continue on my perfect 0 damage. And the same is true for this. They did some cool stuff to mix it up in this game. Like, this game is very much just like, hey, what if we made Paper Mario 64 again, but made it bigger, better, and more badass? So when you level up, you get the opportunity to upgrade either HP, FP, or BP. So I do it like I don't like min-max usually when I do this, because it's a terrible idea. basically you're kind of fucked if you don't keep your stats balanced. So every 3 levels you should have upped everything once, until you kind of get later in the game where you're like, I have 50 HP, I don't need to upgrade my health ever again. I usually get to 60 HP though. Just like, you don't like hit crazy insane level in this game. So I usually start with BP or FP because like I'm fine with 10 HP. I'll do that second so I get it before I get to the boss. So we'll start with FP because I don't really have a lot of badges yet. And now I have 10 FP and that's like super handy to have. But it's it's a balancing act. You wanna make sure everything's relatively balanced. Not like perfectly balanced, I don't think. You can like do 2 in a row of one thing if you really need to. I might at some point with BP, with badge points. But it's cool. It's a cool system. Instead of like a lot of arbitrary stats, you just get better stats, like better health, magic points, and points to equip special items. I have no idea what she just said. Probably wasn't important. Oh, I think is that you can interact with environments. I was saying something. I think I was saying something like important. I'm gonna take care of this fuck. I'm sick of him flying. Looking all important. Get rid of this chuckle fuck. Let's see if I can. Yes! That's exactly that's all I wanted. Somebody's gonna take damage. Oh, it's Mario. Sad face. I was saying something. Before I leveled up, and I talked about leveling up, I was talking about... Oh, so, like, instead of, like, getting, like, oh, you do more damage now, like, that stat never really goes up, you, you, like, get new boots, and it's like, oh, your jump attack does more damage now. Like, your jump does... each jump does 2 damage. So your total damage is 4 now. It's like, oh wow, that's really powerful. And like, then you get a new hammer. It's like your hammer does 2 more damage now. Which I like. That it's like, so your hammer initially does 2 damage at once. Which is really handy because some early enemies have 1 defense, right? So like that's how they kind of counterbalance that. You can see that star shard in the distance. I really like this. Like, this is new to this game as well. You just like go into the background, and this I think really played into what they wanted to do with Super Paper Mario. So that's the Paper Mario game that came after it, Paper Mario 3. It's for the Wii, and it's like it's an RPG, but it's like an action RPG, even more so than this. Like, this is kind of like a mix between turn-based RPG and action RPG. Kind of because it has the action and reaction commands, which I love because I prefer action RPGs, but I do like turn-based RPGs that do stuff like this game does, where you have to like take an active role in combat or in gameplay. God, I lost my train of thought again. We're in Petalburg though. This guy's gonna come up to us. Welcome, travelers. Huh? Where are you? Where are you, you ask? Why, this is Petalburg. Sorry, it's been a long time since we've had visitors here. We're kind of remote. Yeppity! Again, no one fucking says that. Once that dragon Hooktail was spotted flying around this area, well, it didn't help tourism, put it that way. People just stopped visiting. Dragon Hooktail? That must have been that huge thing we saw earlier, Mario. So it's called Hooktail, huh? Ooh, scary name. I love that. So anyway, Green Boots, what is with her and her adorable nicknames? Have you ever heard of these things called crystal stars? We're on this quest for them. It's very important. Listen, you wouldn't fucking understand how important it is. Crystal stars, you say? Nope. Can't say that I have. Sorry about that. You might want to speak with the mayor, though. He's old. Really, really old. And also, he knows about stuff. But he's fucking old. As such, he knows all kinds of stuff we don't. Koopas at his age are really smart. Anyway, the mayor lives in that pink house up ahead. You should check it out. A pink house. Sounds totally hideous. But it should be easy to find. Thanks for your help. I love how funny this game is. Give me a second. I'm gonna sit up. I was very much like slouching to a deadly degree, because like why would I ever sit up like I am now? I was just saying that. Hey, look, it's the flower guy. Tis I, Bubbler. I am as happy as can be. Why? Simply because I'm surrounded by flowers. I imagine he's Irish, because he said tis. Oh, this kid's cool. Hey, what's up? I gotta say, I'm really hooked on playing GBA games lately. There's this one that's just absolute rules. It's called Fire Emblem. You ever heard of it? Man, it rocks my socks. So I just realized now that the reason they chose Fire Emblem, one, probably because it's like one of the less like super popular Nintendo franchises, although in like recently, because of Awakening and stuff, it's gotten way bigger. But because Intelligent Systems makes Fire Emblem, or they localize it at the very least. And they made this game, so. Hut, I am General White. I am a Bob-omb, and I have lost my hopes and dreams. I live in solitude, always. I must apologize, but I ask that you leave me alone. This dude's fucking obsessed with Princess. Look at this picture of Princess Peach. She's like, ah. Hey, well, come on in, I guess. Door's open. Oh, Hooktail? He lives at the top of that old castle beyond this hummock. Have you ever heard the rumors? They say a lot of treasure is hidden in that castle. Scores of people have gone in search of it, but not a one has returned. So, what do you think? You're getting scared, huh? Hooktail's a girl, also. It's worth establishing. They never really bring that up, so I think they do. They do at some point if you do some of the extra stuff, and at the end of the game. But yeah. Ah, bonjour, mademoiselle. It is a beautiful day, no? I love this guy. No, not you, Monsieur Mustache. I'm speaking to the lovely little cabbage behind you. What do you say, my pretty? Abandon this dullard and come with me, moi. And come with moi. Ew, are you kidding? Ew! Nice wig, you disco wannabe. Take a hike, bozo the dork. Oh, sacre bleu! Such brutal honesty. Such a sharp tongue. Well, I'll retreat for now. If you change your mind, chérie, come find me. What a total sleaze. Let's go somewhere else, Mario. Ew! What's with this guy, huh? It grosses me out just being near this weirdo. Alright, fine, whatever. His name is Dupree. He's an icky guy who tries to sweet talk everybody. There. No more. I don't know like what this guy fucking did, but holy shit. All the dialogue surrounding Dupree is just the funniest shit. I was saying earlier that this area is very similar to the first area of Paper Mario 1000 Year. Or Paper Mario 64, which is just easier, just Paper Mario. And I was talking about how, so like in the original Paper Mario, you like you're in the town and you just kind of left different sections of it to get to everywhere else. In this specifically, you go through this almost every time you go through the sewers, like a different pipe in the sewers, and the sewers are like way more important. And also like the sewers kind of represent like, oh, this is Old Rogueport, like where that city that was destroyed used to be. Yeah, there's a lot more sewers in this. But there's also, like, in the other game, like, you would take, like, a whale as in place of a boat to get to, like, Chapter 5, which you do something similar in this game. Like, this game is really just Paper Mario, the original, again, which I think is really its only flaw, but it's like so much better and so much more inventive and creative and better written that like I think it deserves a pass for that. And they only ever did it twice, because the third Paper Mario, Super Paper Mario, is so different. Well, hello there. My name is Koopy Koo. It's nice to meet you.
Oh my gosh, that hat, those overalls, and that magnificent mustache. You're Mario, aren't you? I've heard tales of how strong you are. If you're here, that means you're gonna challenge that monstrous Hooktail. Oh, if only Koops were as brave as you.
This is a pretty fucking hideous house, I'll say. This guy is fucking old.
Hey, Reggie, someone there.
That's too old. Well, it's not too old, but it's too incorrigible.
Who is it? Who? What do you want from me? I know, you're thieves. Here to rob a defenseless old Koopa. Despicable. Go on. Do what you will with my supple old body. But as you can plainly see, there's nothing to steal here. Oh, I guess I have a little money. Take it, you fiends. And my antique shell, too. Just leave the photos of me and the missus. Can't do without those memories.
Super bummer, like right off the bat, like, oh, his wife's dead. Jesus fucking Christ.
What? Not thieves, you say? Well, what's your story then? Oh, wait. You folks looking for crystal stars? Well, why didn't you just pipe up before, you idiot? We're just wasting time here. The crystal star you're hunting. Wait. What did I hear about those dang things again? Aha, got it. Hooktail. Hooktail's got what you're looking for. It's the enormous ornery dragon. Eats folks. They say, you know Hooktail, right?
I may have heard the name.
Well, this Hooktail's brutal fly-by snackings have all of us up on pins and needles. If I could read today, I'm old. So are you reckless fools? I mean, are you gallant heroes off to rough it up?
What? Hold on now.
This does sound promising. Why, if you can rid us of Hooktail, we'll shower you in gratitude and rewards. Wait, what's that I hear? You'll accept no reward?
I didn't say that.
What an unselfish man. You're noble indeed. Yep, a good egg. Now, what did you say your name was again? Murphy? Huh. That's a fine name. Yes, fine name indeed. Well now, Murphy.
It's Mario.
I appreciate that, Murphy. They are nice eyebrows. Now listen up. If you're intent on going to...
Like, how did you even get that out of It's Mario?
If you're intent on going to Hooktail's castle, find the secret pipe near this village. I don't know where it is at. Where it's at, bruh. Where's it at, bro? But I know you need stone keys to use that pipe. The keys are somewhere in the Schwank Fortress, just past the village. Get them first. Well then, Murphy, get going and take care of that Hooktail monster.
You got it, old man. Yeah, I forget, like, what the name of the village you visit in Paper Mario 64 is, but, you got an email. You got an email. As you travel, you may receive an email from people you've met on your journey. You can read these emails in your mailbox SP. We're going to read this, because I liked reading the email. Oh, I have the close call badge as well. It's in gear. Frankly email. Hello, Mario. Working hard, Professor Frankly here in E-form. It's highly likely you'll receive emails like this while you're on your journey, so check your mail often. I actually have nothing more to say than that, so I hope all goes well for you, and I look forward to getting more information on those crystal stars, Professor Frankly. So, fun fact, in his trash can, if something ever appears in his trash can, that's an enemy for the catalog that you missed, and it's like, it's only an enemy you can get once, so it's probably like a boss fight or a unique enemy. And to make up for that, so you can still 100% finish your catalog, that entry will appear in his trash can in his house. Fun fact. It's kind of like a secret, I guess. Direct mail verification. Dear Mr. Mario, thanks for registering with Rogueport Direct Mail RDM service. Your kind friend, Mr. Frankly, referred you to us. Our direct mail service will provide you with regular, timely news updates. We hope you enjoy our service, published by Rogueport Restoration Committee. So this is nice. An old stronghold called Schwank Fortress lies ahead. Some creature lives there. At least it might live there. This gate's to keep it out. My job is guarding the gate. But if the mayor says it's okay, I'll let you pass. Careful out there, though. Yeah, get the fuck out of my way. Excuse me, I beg your pardon. Wait a moment, please. Pardon me for yelling like that. I was panicking. How to begin? My name's Coops. I heard you're traveling to Hooktail's castle. So anyway, I have a favor to ask. I'm ellipsising really hard right now. Like I'm circling the sun, that's how hard my ellipses is. Well, just forget it. Never mind. Ignore me. Goodbye. Okay. That was weird. What do you think that was all about? Talk about issues. I'm going to try and give all the party members a different voice. So that way it's a fun read, a fun jaunt. Fuck these trees. Oh, I just want to break these fucking trees. Yeah, I was saying the format, like the first Paper Mario, like for the first chapter, you just like went to the right, and then you went through some meadows, and then you got to the second place, which was like a castle. It was a fortress, but there was like a village off the path to the fortress. Scuba Troopers, they've been around forever. Gotta respect the longevity. What was I even saying? I was talking. So I could have finished that guy off in one turn if I had used my Power Smash. Decided against it. Yeah, so like to get to the different areas in Paper Mario 64, you would like, okay, so you walk to the right and like, oh, now you got someone, so you get like a new party member every chapter pretty much. So like that's the party member of that chapter. And the party members are really inventive. In fact, they introduce a lot of new types of creatures to the Mario universe via these party members in these games. It's weird that it said he had 4 health, but it wasn't his max health for a second. And it fixed itself. So you'll get like a new party member, or like maybe you'll get the second hammer, and you can, or the second pair of boots, and like, oh, now you can access this area, or now you can access this area, or maybe something will happen in the town that lets you access an area. So like in the first one, it was like go to the right, and then you find an area, and then like take the train from the train station because you have something that lets you clear the blockade, blocking the train. Or take a whale, ride on the whale's back, which happens at one point, which is super silly. Or maybe there's like a bunch of people making a ruckus, and because of a certain ability you have now, you can hide and see where they're hanging out. So stuff like that. It's really inventive and creative. I like it a lot. In this game, it's similar. At some point you're like, oh, well, you need to go to this place. Well, this place is really famous, and you can only get there by airship. So you have to find a way to get tickets in the airship to get to this place, and they're not cheap. So you have to basically find a way that isn't paying for them. These guys look friendly. I like these fights because you have to use items, so it's kind of introducing you to the idea of using items on these guys. That's a bald clef, basically a rock monster with a swarthy looking face. What? This is kind of mean, but bald guys really just don't do it for me. I forgot about that. That's so funny. Max HP is 2, attack is 1, and defense is 2. Yeah, this guy is rock solid. Fire doesn't even hurt it. It might be best to attack it with, say, a POW block. I'll do just that. Bada bing. So in this game, yeah, so like you'll take a blimp or something somewhere. Usually you'll take a sewer, like a special pipe in the sewers. But like, so getting to the next area is always like a little mini quest. Those are some of the best parts about the game. Like, the chapters are amazing in this game. Like, amazing. Like some of like the way they deliver the story in this game is fucking amazing. Like the things, like, they just have you do fun, interesting, different stuff. Like, way different than the first game too, which I think is the best aspect about it. Like, yes, for the most part, like, for example, like in the 5th chapter of this game, you have to find a ship to go to an island, which you had to do in the 5th chapter of the previous game. In a way, you rode a whale instead of a ship, but the way they do it is so different and so clever, and then that chapter is very, very different. It has a very different feel to it, different tone. Like the 6th chapter of this game, which I'm not going to spoil again, because I'm hoping that people who've never played this game are watching this playthrough, maybe playing alongside with me. The 6th chapter in this game is incredible. So is the 3rd chapter. Both very, 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 very different than the chapters in the other game. And they introduce like really fun new characters. It's just, this game is so good. But, you know, what you gonna do? We'll get there. I would say like the first... I'm trying to remember what the 2nd chapter of this game is. I don't actually... Oh, yeah. I would say the first 2 chapters of this game are really weak. By comparison, they're still fun. They're very well written. Like, the writing carries them, for sure. And then once you get to the 3rd chapter, it's like... It just goes bonkers. And it's, like, up and up and up from there. The 4th chapter is great. The 5th chapter is excellent. Like, the 4th chapter is so well written in this. Then the 5th chapter is excellent. We're going to go until I get to the next save point. For reference. So these guys you can't actually beat without an item. Interestingly enough. The other guys you could if you use the power smash. That's a bristle, totally covered in spikes. They're so prickly. Max HP 2 is attack is 4 and attack is 1 and defense is 4. And they're impervious to fire. Even trying to get close with a whack with a hammer is dangerous. Seriously, spikes will totally pop out. So, since you can't jump on it or use your hammer, you better use an item. Power block. Again, stuff like this is kind of like passively introducing you to the mechanics of the game. Like, you should use Goombella's tattle so you know like how to beat it. So if like you get stuck, you're like, well, I have this thing that'll tell me about my enemy, let me use it. And then she tells you like, oh, I have to use an item, pretty much. And then you use the item and then you win. And also it's teaching you like, oh, I can use items on certain enemies that are like really tough or have like a high defense or just like weirdly set up or extra hard for me and stuff like that. So I'll keep that in mind for the future. Trying to think, man. It's weird. Like this first chapter is so. It's very like. I don't. It's not bad. Like it's totally fine. It's just like. I think this chapter 1 kind of does a disservice to how creative this game is. Oh, I fucked it up. Sometimes I get a little too anxious with those with that hammer command, and I just don't hold it long enough. But yeah, like this chapter overall is just like a weird disservice to the rest of the game, which is like weird because I like this chapter. I think it's fun. I think it's funny too. But it's just, you know, it's kind of boring. It's super easy, very straightforward. It's very much like, oh, this is how this game works. This is how like puzzles are gonna work. This is how like collecting keys and items is gonna work. This is how getting allies in this game works. It's like the only scenario where I think the first Paper Mario does it better than this one. Because in the first Paper Mario, you actually get 2 companions in the first chapter instead of 1. So you're introduced to like more major characters like right off the bat. Although the companions are way less interesting and way less evocative in Paper Mario 1. So that sucks. That's again where this game totally blows the other way. You know, what you gonna do? They're very different. You know what? Next time on Alex Plays Zelda, we will. See, I said it. There you go. Next time on Alex Plays Zelda, we're gonna play Zelda. Next time on Alex Plays, we're gonna go through here. Enjoy your weekend, everybody.